I never really got the I can't do it gene. So I really never felt like something couldn't be done. And I think sometimes in communities like ours that have gone through hard times and depressed times and where a lot of successful people leave, I really never got the idea that I couldn't do something that I wanted to do. And so I really felt like this could always happen here. And I always felt like I could see it 5 years ahead of time where it's supposed to be. And I think that when people get beat down and communities are depressed for a while, they start to think that nothing good can happen there. And having worked in Pittsburgh at big hospitals, worked other places, I realized that really what we have here is very special and we can do whatever we want. We aren't a bad place, we're not bad people, we just need the right opportunities, the right organization, and I just really never have believed that I couldn't do something. I think it probably comes from my mom and my dad. My father made us, all of my brothers and sisters, we all had to memorize this poem. That once the job you've begun, do not leave it till it's done. Do the job great or small, do it right or not at all. We all know it, we all laugh because now our children know it. And that has always resonated with me, that if I'm going to do something, I'm gonna do it right. I have to do it right. I have to do it the way it's supposed to be, no matter how much work it takes. In some ways, I feel incredibly lucky and incredibly blessed that the people that I work for realize that if you're going to make decisions that affect a local community, nobody knows that local community better than somebody who's been born, raised, lived there, knows the hospital inside and out. And really, because I had worked in Mercer County for 4 years and then worked in the UPMC system and then came back to Jameson, I had a very unique perspective because I knew how the UPMC system and the Jameson system worked. And I also felt like that we could do this as a community and that people just needed to know that they were good at what they did. I think a lot of times here people feel like, well, the people from Pittsburgh just do a better job or they're just smarter than me. And I think what I do is just sort of try to instill confidence and just lead by example, to work hard. I really try to do the right thing and to show people we can do this. You know, we aren't bad at our jobs. We know what to do. It changes the whole path of a community. It can change the whole morale of people. This whole idea that if we're successful at something, we have to leave. And a lot of times I would be in meetings and people would say, well, we can't do that here. How could that be here? You know, if it's here, it can't be any good. And I would just turn to them and I would say, why? Like, tell me why we can't do this. We have this piece, we have this piece, we have this piece, why can't we do it? And they would just look at me and be like, you know, maybe we can do it. And we can do whatever we set our minds to. I mean, we have good, loyal, smart people here. It's just that when someone tells you for a long time that you can't, or you're surrounded by things that, geez, if it were just any good, you wouldn't be here. You know, I could work almost anywhere I want. I want to be here. I think when people are starting their careers, they need to understand that if they work hard, if they have a vision, that they can do it. And just because you're female, just because you maybe work in a field that has a lot of male presence and there aren't many women, that doesn't have to be something that works against you, and it's never been a hindrance to me. You can still have children, you can still get married, you can still be a normal person. You need some help. You know, I have my parents across the street, my mother-in-law is a mile away, you know, I have a supportive husband. So, but there's nothing that you can't do. Like, what's different about those people? Nothing. They just believed in themselves. You know, and you just have to have the conviction to know that if you do the right thing, you work hard at it, you have a good idea, just go with it. You know, people are always afraid, I think, especially women, that if they go into certain fields, the training's too long, they're not going to be able to have a family, that their lives will somehow get interrupted. And I always tell people, you know, if you go straight through in cardiology, you'll be 32 when you're done. Well, you're going to turn 32 anyways. It's not like you're going to be 21 forever. And when I turned 32, I got to do my dream job. So you can do whatever you want to do.